welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're covering Stage 1 of Finnish Brutality 2024, Kasarda Precision. This stage lives up to its name. So what was going on here? Well, you started out on top of a Patria APC with a very fine Sako sniper rifle. You had a target downrange about 130 meters, but you had several targets to choose from. You had a target package that you had to flip over, do a math problem to know which target to engage. At that point, once you made that engagement, you got a 60-second bonus if you hit it, or a penalty if you didn't. Then you went down inside of the vehicle through one of the top troop hatches, retrieved your regular rifle, exited out the rear ramp of the vehicle, ran up to where the kettlebell was. From there, you got a hit on a target downrange. You then threw the kettlebell. Standard Kasarda drill stuff, but this time there's a twist. You weren't going for yard lines on this one. You were going for specific targets, hence the name Kasarda Precision. And the targets were usually the targets you were aiming at, I should say, with the kettlebell were diagonal to you. So the distance you had to throw was actually farther than your normal Kasarda drill thing to get a bonus for it. Once you got the kettlebell inside the tire, you collected the bonus. And then you just retrieved it and threw it towards the next tire and kept repeating that process, getting as many bonuses as you could collect within par time. Everybody was required to go to par time, which was 3 minutes. The average on this was 4, according to the ROs, and some people got high as 6. I even heard of one guy getting 7, although I'm thinking that's a little bit of an exaggeration, because once you watch the video, you'll understand. I love the Kasarda drill. This is your most basic of military maneuvers. IMT, individual movement technique. I'm up, they see me, I'm down. Because you shoot, you get up, you maneuver, you go back down, you shoot, you get up, you maneuver, go back down, and rinse and repeat until you've achieved your objective. Most basic infantry skill, that's why I love this the most. Now let's take a look at my run, because there's a lot to talk about on this stage. Alright, first stage of the day, you get to start off with this very fine Sako sniper rifle after doing your math problem to figure out your target package. This was just a great rifle. I felt like shooting this that I probably couldn't have missed even if I put effort into missing. So great start off to the stage here. The Patria we're on top of is a new armored vehicle coming out from Patria. Didn't get the designation of it. I understand this may actually be a prototype. Anyway, super cool. You retrieve your rifle there, dash down the ramp as you start, which is the best brutality match ever. Out of all the ones I've done more than anybody, I've enjoyed this one the most. Here we are with the Kasarda drill. As I mentioned earlier, my favorite thing to do because it's basic military maneuvering. I'm up, they see me, I'm down. So doing it as in a patrol rig, as you see here, is just so appropriate. The rifle I'm using here is the NZO Arms KAR-21. This one's in the 223 configuration. I'll put a link at the end of the video to a video we did on this rifle earlier about how easy it is to change calibers with it. The rifle was a dream to shoot. Now, the first time I got to shoot it was on the clock. I had so much going on that I forgot just checking the zero and had to trust what they did for me. They did a great job. The misses you see here on the part of the shooter getting familiar with the weapon, not anything to do with the weapon itself. It is a dream to shoot. Recoil is very controllable. The weight of it's kind of like an M16A2, maybe a little bit heavier, not much in the 223 configuration. Overall, a dream. This rifle was a pleasure to use. I'm getting good throws here during the Kasarda drill. If you factor in the diagonal distance, every throw I made would have gone across the line in a conventional Kasarda drill. So that says the workout program I'm doing is working. As with so many people, you'd get so close to the target and then you had to take that shot and make another throw. But that is nature of the beast. It's brutality for a reason. I'm up, they see me, I'm down, in position, take shots. Got it. This one here, I only came up to my knees and just plopped over. It was like, no need to throw, I was there. Collect that shot. Here's where you got to be super careful. You don't want to step in front of your muzzle or anything like that. Come collect this shot. That was probably about the shortest throw I made of the whole stage. But it set me up in a good position to throw towards the next one. And threw with some gusto to make sure I got in that tire from that range. And that's going to work against me, as you see here. Yeah, bounced all the way back the same distance I threw it. Just like in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with bumbles bouncing, apparently kettlebells do. So I collected 4 bonuses on this stage. Very happy with that. That seemed to be the average for the match. So no complaints there, and the match is off to a good start. Once again, Team America made its impression on the match, and I had Matt returning again this year to participate in the match. We also had Chris Hansford joining us as well, who had been with us at Team America in Lynx Brutality. There's going to be camera gremlins for the most of Team America, so it's going to be kind of spotty footage, but what footage we have, we will show you here. And for Matt, he had to shoot this during the RO stage, so this is actually his 6th stage of the match, whereas for Chris and I, it was our 1st stage. Matt was in the open division, and unfortunately did not collect the bonus here for making that one-shot hit, but moved out with purpose and did his best on the regular match, as we'll see here, or excuse me, the regular stage. The hatches of the POW trail, while generous, were not as easy to move through as you would think. But out the back of the vehicle, he's moving with purpose, gets up to the kettlebell a heck of a lot faster than the camera person did, so that shows you how well he was moving. Matt got the hit, and he's already getting ready to move on to his next throw.
I'm sorry.
Good solid throw and roll. It got him pretty close to the target. This was a common thing that most people were doing. Very few people, from what I heard from the ROs, actually threw it and got it into the tire. You had usually got a throw that got you close, and then you had to make a smaller throw to actually make the final thing and to collect your point. You collected your bonus of 6 seconds by getting the kettlebell into the tire. Then you fired and threw the kettlebell towards the next tire, and you moved in a diagonal pattern across the stage. As I said, basic IMT here. I'm up, they see me, I'm down. Yeah. And then moving on here, into the tire it goes. And you just had to be next to the tire to collect your shot. And Matt's running into some type of malfunction there. We'll let him explain to that later on when we do an overall view of the match. Another good throw, got a good roll out of it. One of the nice things here about the range at Lopi is on a dry day like this was, the ground was hard, so a lot of times you got a good roll out of a good throw. And the good roll means it goes further, means less times you have to throw the dang thing, and that's never bad. So quickly collecting his shot there, getting ready to move on. Like I said, getting a little gassed here. The Kasarda drill gasses you out anyways, but when it's your 6th stage of the day instead of your 1st, you're that much more gassed. And as you can see, as Matt's moving over here, timeout. All right, I was in the armored TST division, and TST is means you can compete in the division, but you don't have to have armor, because the whole thing of the division is you have to make weight. Hence, my patrol rig had more than enough stuff to equal what other people were wearing in armor. But I also did the breacher subcategory because I obviously lost my freaking marbles. And this was our first breacher task of the day. They took a U.S. Army tent pole bag and filled it up with 100 kilos of sandbags, and that represented dragging a wounded crew member to safety. And you basically had 50 meters, 25 up and back. And as you can see, this is a tough challenge. I managed to pick the side of the field that had, like, I don't know, every rock in Finland and seemed to be uphill both ways. But anyways, it was a struggle. Even though you saw my other competitors just leave me in the dust, they would tell you it was a challenge too. But I kept slow and steady, kept the momentum going. I tried to drag it, seeing where I was going, but I wasn't getting enough leverage on the drag dummy. So I just walked back where I could put both power of my legs into it most of the time, and just kept going that way. The problem with walking backwards is you don't see where you are going. and I'm about to walk into one of the other drag dummies, which causes me to fall flat on my ass. And Valtteri's there reminding me that, and yes, you need to get that thing across the line no matter what. So with a little bit more effort, I got it across. And was ready to be a casualty myself, as you see.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. It's okay. I start looting already.
Dibs on the pistol.
You better fucking live.
We hope you found coverage of Stage 1 of Finnish Brutality 2024 helpful and informative. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow because Stage 2 is coming your way.